Welcome back guys to my YouTube channel Data Scout. In our last video we have seen some basic intuition on Python. In this playlist of Python we will cover Python in such a way that we can be able to write programs in machine learning. In today's video we will cover the detailed analysis on list. So let's see what is list. I have written here list is a data type in Python. We can store multiple items in a single variable with list. We can do variable assignment like a equal to 5, a single value assignment to a variable. If I have to do a multiple value assignment to a single variable, we'll go and we'll use list. So let's see how we can initialize a list. We donate list with a square bracket. So let's create a list now. So let me create a list of company list equal to, I have to give a double square bracket, and if I just give a company's name like HCL Infi, and if I just give, it's storing these variables, right? So these values can be stored in this company list variable. So we are able to store these values to a variable called comp list. So let's see if we can store the numerical values in this list or not. So let's create a num list and let's store that 11, 12 to 5 in list. Let's see that do we have these values or not in this. So you can see here we have created two lists. This is num list and this is comp list. In this we have different categories of data. So this is how we create list. We can create empty list by just simply giving any variable name like emp list equal to square bracket. With this, what you can do, it will create an empty list. So if I just do a empty, and if I just try to see that what values we have, you can see, right, it's showing this means it's an empty list. So if I just want to check what is the type of this, in the last video we have seen that we can check the type of any variables. So let's check the type of this variable. Let's say type of, so you can see this variable type is list. You can validate like this, whichever variable we want to validate, what is the data type of that, we can use type. Now the next questions comes in our mind. We have stored in one list as a numerical data, we have stored in one list as a string kind of a data. Can we have a mixed elements where we can store that, the data? So let's see, let's write a mix list equal to, let me just give 11 comma and then have this HCL, then let's 12 and then let's just write TCS. So this is a kind of mix where we have integer value, where we have string values, right? So let's see if we can have this data stored in this list. No compiler error here. So with this you can see that yes, we can store a mix kind of a data in a single variable list. Now we have seen we can store the mix kind of a data in a list. Is list allow duplicates values to store? Let's create a variable dup list equal to, let's give 11 comma 11 comma 12 comma 19 comma 2 comma 5. So you can see here we have given 11 two times, right? Now you can see yes, it's allowing duplicates value in a list. So let's suppose if you want to see the length of this list, so how we can do a length, just type len and in that just give the list name. It's showing 6 elements are there in this list, 1 2 3 4 5 6 here. So this is how we can find the length of a list. So let's see how we can access this list. So to access any list, how we can do, let's consider this dup list. So let's consider this dup list and let's see how we can access each element in that. So if we have to access the first element in this list, we will just give an index wise, and if we just do a 0, it will give us the first element which is available in this list. Similarly, if we have to just take the elements from 0 1 2, so if I just want these elements from this list, so if I just type this dup list 2 colon, so what it will do, it will take all the elements from the second index till the last. So that's why we have given empty here, similar to string which we have discussed in our last video. So if you want to know, I suggest you go and check our Python basics videos in our Python playlist. Now let's see how we can do a negative index access of a list. So like in string, if we use let's say -1, so what -1 does that, I have explained in string, it will start taking from the last of the element. So what it should be taking, it will be taking the last element 5. So let's do shift enter, you can see it's taking 5. If we have to change the value of any element in list, we can simply assign that value to the index. So let's suppose we have to change the value of 0 index, which is 11. So let's say that if we have to assign any values or we have to change any values in the list at any index position, we'll just specify the index in that list and we give that new value which we want to keep. At the first index, which is 0th index, we'll give the value 5. So let me just do that, and if I just try to print this dupe list, you can see now the value is changed. So this is how we can update a value at any index position. So let's see the other properties or other functionalities of list. So let's see some other functionality of list. We have append, extend, insert, remove, pop, clear, count, and sort. So like this we have so many methods which we can play around with list. So let's see the first append. Append function will append the value in the last of the list. Let's see the dupe list which we have already created. We can see the elements which is last in the list, which is 5. So let's append the value 28 at the dupe list dot append. And if we just give 28, you can see we can append any value at the last of the list. So this is what append does. So unlike append, if we want to insert any element in a list at a specified location, we can use insert method. So let's see insert method, dupe list dot insert, and if we just give which location, so here it takes two parameters. So first it will ask the index. So let me just say that at the 0th index, if I just want to have a value called 10, let's print this dupe list. You can see now at the 0th index it has inserted the value 10. So this is how we do insert. Just like we have added the data in list, we can remove or delete the data from list. If I want to delete any item based on index, we specify delete. We type delete with the list name. With that we provide the index of the element. So this is how we delete any item from a list based on index value. So we have other methods like remove and pop. So let's see how we can use this remove function in the list. So let's say we have dupe list, and if we just do a remove, what remove does actually remove an item from the list. So whichever item we want. So let's say that we want 11 to be deleted. We have just specified remove 11. It will remove this element from the list. So similar to that, we have a method which is pop. So what pop does, pop remove item at a given index. So if we have to remove the item from an index position, we will use pop. So how we will use, we will see. We'll give dupe list of 3. With this, if we do this, dupe list dot pop of 3. If we give dot pop with the list and we specify the index position, like here we have done 3, it will remove the pop. So here it's writing which value it's removed. See, at the 3rd index it is 2 and it has removed. It is popped out. Let me add one more element in our dupe list. Now we have this list. If we have to check the number of time any item is repeating in this, how we can do that? So if I just use this dupe list, with this, if I just do count, and count of what? Whichever element. So if I just want to see how many times 12 has occurred in the list, if I just give 12, it will give 2. So we can see, we can validate the output from the list. We can see, yes, 2 elements have existed in this, so the count is 2. This is how we can count the number of elements repeated. Now if we have to do some max min operations, if I have to check in this list, in this dupe list, what is the max element we have? So what we can do, we can just type max with dupe list, and if I do shift enter, it will pop that the answer is 28. So in this we can validate, yes, 28 is the highest value in this list. So this is how we can do a max. If I have just to check mean, we can specify mean, and in that if we just do a dupe list, we can see 5 is the lowest value in this list. So this is how we can do a max min operation. So now we'll see that how we can find any element is available in the list or not. So to find that here, so let's use here the company list which we have created earlier. So let's see if HCL is available in this list or not. So what I can do, if here we will see if HCL is available in this comp list or not. Let's do shift enter. With this we can see, yes, HCL is available in this comp list. If I just change this comp list to, let's say, dupe list, let's change this and see our output is working or not. If I just do, you can see it didn't print anything. It means it's not able to find this element HCL in this dupe list. So this is how we find any element is available in the list or not. Let's say we want to create a list of list element. In a list, can we have 2 lists? So let's say that we create mix com list with, can I have comp list and dupe list? So this is how we can create list in a list. So if we just see this here, if I just do shift enter, there is no compiler error. Let's print this maxcom. So here you can see this is one list and this is another list, and we can have in a single list. So this is called next nested list. So how we can specifically access any element in a nested list, let's see. So we have this list variable called maxcon. So if I just give, let's understand this, if I do a 0, it should take this variable, this value which is at 0th location in the list. So if I just do this, you can see this is, now if I have to just access infi, what I can do here, I can just give 1, and if I just type, the output should be infi. This is how we do. So this is how we access any element in the nested list. So these are the operations which we can do in list. In the next video, we will see set. So if you find this content useful to you, please like it, subscribe to our channel. So whatever videos I bring, you will get the notification. Thank you one and all.